Hey everybody, what's going on? Hellmite here, bringing you another video from Grab the Lantern today. It's Tuesday and the patch notes have been posted, so it's time for the top 5 changes of patch 12.10. Now, this is a bit of a misnomer this week because, well, 12.10 has a bunch of sweeping changes, but nothing really we can single out as being the most important. So instead I'm going to talk through this patch at a high level and let you guys know what you can be looking forward to in the coming weeks. The biggest part of 12.10 is the champion durability update here. This comes with a lot of moving parts here, guys, so try to keep up. I do have a video that talks a little bit more about the individual changes and what may occur as a result of these, but you guys can watch that on your own time if you'd like. I'm going to just talk about this high level today. Suffice it to say, every champion in the game is receiving an increase in their baseline durability. That means their base health, their health growth, their armor growth, and their magic resistance growth. Every champion, besides Thresh, is getting these upgrades. So every champion is going to be more durable than they were before. Thresh, because of how his souls work, is not receiving the armor growth. Instead, he's just going to have to work harder to actually get the souls he needs to compensate. Now, because of this increase in durability, this means that champions are going to be harder to kill outright. Assassin players, you're going to have to be significantly better and execute very, very well on your champions. Making mistakes is going to be a lot more punishing for assassins than it is on live right now following the patch. But as a part of these changes, in order to make it so that sustain doesn't run away with the game, Riot are also nerfing down healing, shielding, and sustain. This is because if champions have significantly better durability, that sustain is going to go a longer distance. For example, if you survive an attack that should have killed you, you have the opportunity to lifesteal or omni-vamp yourself back up or apply a big shield, and it's just that much harder for your opponent to actually kill you, as a very simple example of why this is a nerf. So, essentially, if you are a champion with a heal, a shield, or some way of healing yourself, you have been nerfed. This is not going to remove your ability to heal or shield or otherwise sustain yourself. The idea is that this should be a relatively even trade, that your baseline durability is going to account for the lessened sustain. So there are a lot of numbers in here. You're going to find your champion down here, and it's going to look like your champion has been nerfed, but keep in mind that your champion is having increased durability to compensate for these nerfs. Additionally, as a result of the healing and shielding nerf, Riot have had to nerf down Grievous Wounds as well. This applies to Grievous Wounds that you get from items, but also from summoner spells and from champion abilities. So things like Kled's Bear Trap on a Rope or Katarina's Death Lotus, your Grievous Wounds on those abilities has been reduced very slightly to compensate for the fact that you don't need it as much because champions are healing less, and they're healing less because they are better durable. They are more durable. If all that makes sense, great. You've essentially understood the entirety of this patch. I literally mean it. Every single champion in the game has a change if they heal or shield or have some degree of internal sustain. Now, this also applies to items, of course, so all of these items are getting some changes. Additionally, all penetration has been reduced as well. This is going to serve double duty by making champions feel more durable, but also letting that durability actually stick, because otherwise, at a 15% penetration of Lightning Jewel, for example, that 0.8 magic resistance growth wouldn't mean anything. So they've been very slightly nerfed to help compensate for that. This is also all going to apply to your summoner spells and your runes as well. Basically, if it heals you or if it shields you, it is worse now, but you have that baseline durability. Finally, there's one change I wanted to talk about here, which are the Swain mid-scope adjustment. Very nice little quality of life buffs here. Swain will automatically cast Demon Flare when the ability ends, which is a good way of not only letting Swain and his opponents know that his ultimate is done, but also meaning that Swain is guaranteed to get his Demon Flare regardless of whether or not he pressed the button, which I do quite like, and he fully refills his demonic power upon champion takedown, which is pretty nice. I wanted to call this out specifically because I feel like this is actually a power up for Swain, and you may have missed it if you were completely lost in the changes up top. But suffice to say, that is what is going on for Swain. There's also going to be some added recalls and cosmetic content for you players who are interested in that. But suffice it to say, these are big changes here, guys. I do expect the game to be a little wacky over the next week or so. I'm assuming Riot will have to hotfix some things. I'm assuming they'll have to have some more follow-up changes to make sure that everything is firing on all cylinders. But suffice it to say, I am excited for these changes. I break it down a little bit more in that video linked down in the description if you guys are interested. So definitely do check that out if you want a little bit more context about what I think could happen as a result of these champion durability changes. But that is going to be it for me. Those are the top changes of patch 12.10. I know we basically covered the entire patch, but that's how it is when big updates like this come out. If you enjoyed the video today, go ahead and leave it a like, and if you really enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. I upload a video every Monday, Friday, and on patch days like today as well. Once again, thank you guys so very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll talk to you all later.